Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with Chief Meteorologist Justin Stapleton.
Well, if you've been on Facebook or Twitter today, it's all abuzz with the big Arctic chill that is headed across much of the continental United States. And in fact, this is pretty much air from the poles itself, from the North Pole to northern territories, where that cold Arctic air is sort of bottled up for most of the summer and certainly most of the early part of the fall here. But it is headed south, and you don't need to be a weather person to figure out exactly where that front is, but we'll draw it for you anyway if you want to sort of you see the cold air moving southward and then sort of works its way right across, and there goes the jet stream back up north of Chicago and then moving its way over top. And so you see that big contrast, and that's sort of what we look for in the weather world here is where's the difference. 70 degrees in Dallas, 17, that's not a misprint, it's actually 17 degrees in Denver. They were in the 60s starting off earlier today. Places in Kansas, about a 60 temperature change between the far northwestern part of the state, and they're in the 20s, and where they just cleared south of, let's say, down around Lawrence, Kansas, where they were in the 70s most of the afternoon. Now, we're not going to see that much bitterly cold air, but there is going to be some of that cold air that's going to sneak its way westward. And in fact, tomorrow, as we start to initiate a pretty strong offshore wind here across portions of the gorge, that will really pull in some of that cold air, and some of that is going to start spilling down the valleys as well as we head overnight tonight and tomorrow. So we've got some watches and warnings out there to tell you about. High wind warnings, those are mainly for the Portland metro area, and then you can see in some of the foothills, even though we don't have it here in the valley, I'm still expecting for a breezy afternoon as the pressure gradient or the lines of pressure in the atmosphere get really packed pretty tightly across the gorge. Freeze warning is already posted out for sections of Hood River and out to the central gorge. And then you see the frost advisory down towards Douglas County. Temperatures are going to be quite chilly for the next couple of nights. Highs today only in the 40s out in Bend. We did get up to the low to mid 50s here across the valley. 56 in Roseburg, stuck in the fog all day today, and 61 and sunny. Beautiful afternoon out towards North Bend. Sitting in the mid-50s out there now, but everybody else starting to fall back into the 40s, and it will likely be a pretty chilly night as we head overnight tonight. In fact, we'll see overnight lows the next couple of nights into the 30s and upper 20s. Now, the wind chill with that could be pushing what it feels like on your skin down to the teens early Wednesday morning, and some of the coldest air we've seen in about 7-8 months. Today, highs of around 52 and the overnight low right about where it should be. I expect that number to probably drop down to around 33, 34 as we head in towards early tomorrow morning. So make sure that the kids certainly have got a couple of extra layers with them. So high pressure still keeping us dry for now, but that cold air starts to move eastward, and this low approaching as it moves in, let's say Wednesday afternoon and evening, could spell some trouble for the northern valley, possibly as far south to around Salem and maybe just outside of Corvallis, and then certainly as you go east on Interstate 84, because of the cold air that's at the surface, it doesn't move very quickly, and you bring in this warm moisture out ahead of that. That's a chance for not only some wintry precipitation, but possibly some freezing rain as well. Now, it'll likely just be rain for us here in the valley, but we're going to watch that scenario very carefully. The coast, last sunny day is tomorrow. The Umpqua should see another cool one in the 50s, but I do think we'll be able to get out of the fog a little quicker. Sunny and cold up into the Cascades. Temperatures there at around 30 to 32 degrees. It will likely sit at or around freezing for Central Oregon tomorrow for the high. And mostly sunny skies, breezy, so that 49 will feel more like about 45 on your skin. The coast starts to get wet again by Wednesday afternoon, evening, all the way in through Saturday, and then a bit of a break on Sunday. The Umpqua 55 tomorrow. We hold in the mid-50s, but you see, thankfully, the overnight lows starting to warm up just a bit. Now, the Cascades will be messy. Expect winter driving conditions as early as Wednesday evening, Thursday and Friday. And same thing here in the Willamette Valley, the further north you go. So we'll keep those temperatures chilly the next couple of mornings, but should warm them up in time by the rain gets here. And that would be the biggest concern. As you get cold air at the surface, you drop some water onto it, that freezes rather nicely. And that's going to be a problem up around Portland as you head eastward too.
All right. Thanks for the warning.